think of what we're left with. We're left with a circumstance where we had an insurrection when I started. Not since the Civil War. We had a circumstance where we were in a position that the pandemic, because of the incompetence of the last outfit, end up over 1 million people dying, 1 million people dying. And we're also in a situation where we found ourselves unable to deal with a lot of just basic issues, and which I won't go into in the interest of time. And so we went to work, and we got it done. And one of the things and
Alyssa, one of the things I think is that the people who wrote those books were not in the White House with us, and they didn't see how hard Joe worked every single day.
Well, Joe Biden is back and he's as delusional as ever. The former president of the United States sat down for his first major interview since exiting the White House with BBC Radio 4. Now, enough time has passed. He's had plenty of time for naps and plenty of time to reflect. Now, the former president was asked if perhaps he left it too late to drop out of the race, leaving Kamala Harris just a few months to run a campaign. Because as we know, it was this time last year that Joe Biden was still adamant that he was the best person for the job and he was trying to convince you he was mentally fit to stay on as president, which even those on the left admit was BS. Well, according to Joe Biden, he has no regrets, none at all. And the reason he took so long to drop out of the race, well, it's because he was just so successful.
Should you have withdrawn earlier, given someone else a bigger chance?
I don't think it would have mattered. And become so successful on our agenda, it was hard to say, no, I'm going to stop now. Things moved so quickly that it made it difficult to walk away, and it was a hard decision. But
regrets, though?
No, I think it was the right decision. I think that it was just a difficult decision.
I mean, even with the benefit of hindsight, he cannot bring himself to face reality and speak a bit of truth. There was every indication last year that most Americans felt the country was going in the wrong direction, not exactly the definition of success. So if anyone was wondering, it's clear that Joe Biden still has a hero complex and severe TDS. The 82-year-old dropped several bombshells throughout this interview, and he, of course, blasted Donald Trump for essentially attempting to bring the war in Ukraine to an end. He labelled the president foolish and claimed that Trump's fiery meeting with Zelensky was, quote, beneath America.
What did you make of those scenes in the Oval Office? President Trump and President Zelensky?
I found it sort of beneath America, the way that took place. And the way we talk about now that, well, it's just the Gulf of America. Maybe we're going to have to take back Panama. Maybe we need to acquire Greenland. Maybe Canada should be. What the hell's going on here? What president ever talks like that? That's not who we are. We're about freedom, democracy, opportunity, not about confiscation.
It seems Joe Biden doesn't like watching a president stand up for his country and a leader reminding the world he's putting America first.